It's been a while since I came back to China from the Netherlands. At this moment, I work as a software developer in an American company in Shanghai, despite the fact that I can do the backend as well. As time passes on, I tend to forget where I was 2 years ago. I never forget. It was a bit scary at that moment. I really had no idea where my career would go. Yeah, but I was kind of like very addicted to programming. I couldn't give up. So basically, I went to different places to find the free Wi-Fi to do programming, to study online. Study from YouTube channel, from Udemy courses. About 1 year ago, I made a video about my story, how I got into the tech field from a medical background. So I was wondering why not make another video to give a little bit more detail about what's happening, what I've learned, why I shifted my career, so on and so forth. Because I think it would be a little bit more inspiring and to those from other different background, but want to become a software developer as well. While everything went smoothly with my academic study, I wasn't sure about my career. To be honest, my first little experience about the coding itself started way back, like to my university in China. It's long ago. Okay. At that time, I wasn't like a big fan of programming. It's just because everybody, all my classmates, put the certificate on the resume, and I did the same thing because I didn't see the point of programming. We didn't use it in the real life. We didn't create something useful. Algorithm program, try to pass the exam, and eventually get the certificate. It's all we did at that time. So for me, it was like kind of like a zero memory. I was always a little bit. I couldn't remember more than that for a very long time until I studied abroad to realize myself. The big moment I got addicted to programming is during my PhD research project. At that time, I was doing a lot of data analysis for my research paper. Many people still use like SPSS, the statistical package from IBM, and there was like you have to click so many different menus and toolboxes or whatever. And after a while, I feel like something missing because especially for a little bit of bigger project. And we tend to mix with several different statistical modeling. After 1 month, when we try to discuss this with our peers or with my promoters, my other colleagues, I cannot remember exactly the steps, the clicking steps, like which variables, which modeling, and which tester did I use at the first step and the second step and the last step. How I verify the test results, everything like this. How I purify my data. How I come up with the pointer, the argument. It's really tricky to memorize these steps. I kind of let me think about it because I really maybe it's just because I was just googling and I feel something missing. I was googling like is there some efficient way to do data analysis instead of using SPSS and click something like this. I found out R. Yeah, it's a statistical programming language. It's really cool. It looks a little bit but I was very interested. I'm not like interested in the syntax itself. I'm very interested in the power of using R. When I play around with R so happily, it's a really enjoyable experience because it helped me finish my research paper. And I feel like not challenging enough. I want to learn more about the programming itself. So I took another course. It's Python, but the course itself didn't work well. I tried so many things during the first half year of 2018. I built my personal website using Python Django framework. I messed around with a native app. Later on, I joined a small coding group with a bunch of other beginners. We studied the tutorials from the free Codecamp. Later on, I came across a promotion post about a free coding school. I didn't believe it and first thought, how could it be free and why? Plus my ex-friend's comments. She told me, that's for kids, not for me. People study programming at a very young age and not at my age. It was June 2018. My good friend came to Europe for her business trip. She invited me to stay with her in a couple of days, which ended up to be a very life-changing moment. Become a developer after study program in some coding schools. So it's very possible and also not a stupid idea at all. This month's intensive training was not only about improving my tech skills, but also human communication, build up my social network in a technical field. I also met a bunch of friends at well position. I was accepted to be a trainee at WOS Internet System. Throughout the training program, I quickly grew to be a professional full-time developer at the same company. Without that opportunity, I don't think I can become who I am today. My contract was not successfully extended for an uncontrollable external reason, which, by the way, inspired me to make a video before. I won't never forget my first job in the Netherlands. It was a great experience. Thanks a lot again.
First of all, I appreciate your caring about my life. Coming back to China is roughly a 1-year plan, mainly because my mom miss me. She wanna stay a little bit closer with me. I miss her as well. So I'm not very sure the date, the last day in China. I will give an update when it's come to my final decision. I would like to address these questions by talking about the benefits of programming. A very powerful tool, with it you can solve a lot problem, provide some good solutions to the world, to the people. And it's very flexible. It's not industry dependent, location dependent, and timing dependent. You can work anywhere you want. You can work anytime you want. You can work any industry you want. And finally, it's a kind of like some people call high income skills. So why not to pick it up?